Chosen one, the time you have been waiting for is finally at the doorstep of your life. The years of struggle, the nights of tears, the moments when hope seemed distant, they are all converging into a sudden, unstoppable shift. What took decades to develop, what seemed impossible to attain, is on the verge of changing in ways that will leave even your closest allies in awe. God Himself is confirming this shift in 2026, and it will come so suddenly that the world will see the evidence, yet few will understand the divine orchestration behind it. The delay you experienced was never arbitrary, it was carefully calibrated. Every delay, every disappointment, every closed door was positioning you, shaping your character, refining your faith, and preparing you for the breakthrough that will arrive overnight. God's timing is perfect, and nothing that has been delayed can be stopped when He decides the season of shift has arrived. This is not a gradual incline of progress, but a sudden, decisive moment where all that you have labored for will manifest. For years, you may have watched others succeed and wondered why your efforts seemed to yield little. You may have questioned your path, doubted your calling, and even felt the weight of despair pressing against your spirit. Yet every struggle was part of the blueprint. Every failure, every closed opportunity, every moment when the world seemed indifferent was God's invisible hand positioning you for a season of acceleration. What took decades to build, whether it be wealth, influence, purpose, or spiritual maturity, will suddenly transform. The seeds sown in seasons of difficulty are now ready to burst forth. The prayers you whispered in secret, the tears you shed when no one was watching, the sacrifices you made without recognition, they are all aligning for a divine release. This is not coincidence, this is confirmation from heaven that your moment is now. Do not underestimate the suddenness of this shift. God operates in ways that defy human logic. What the world measures by years, He can accomplish in a single night. What human eyes see as impossible, God can reveal as inevitable. The shift you are about to experience will not be incremental, it will be transformative. You will awaken one morning and realize that the weight of struggle is lifted, that doors that were previously locked now open without resistance, and that the favor of God is manifesting in tangible, undeniable ways. This is not a shift that can be earned by human effort alone. It is a shift that comes through divine intervention, a supernatural alignment of circumstances, people, and timing that only God can orchestrate. Expect the unexpected in 2026. This is the year when long seasons of waiting are suddenly overturned. This is the year when setbacks will be revealed as setups, when disappointments will give birth to miracles, and when doors that were closed for decades suddenly swing open with ease. The breakthrough is personal, but its impact will be visible. Your life will serve as a testimony to those who have doubted, a living proof that God's timing is impeccable, and that nothing is impossible for those who remain faithful. The shift will affect multiple areas of your life, your career, your finances, your relationships, your health, and your spiritual journey. God is about to release a multidimensional change that will leave you standing in awe of His power. You must prepare for this overnight shift spiritually, mentally, and emotionally. Your faith will be tested not in the moment of breakthrough, but in the moments leading up to it. Doubts may rise, fear may attempt to speak louder than hope, and the world may continue to present challenges that seem insurmountable. But the confirmation has already been made in heaven. 2026 is the year of sudden shifts. Your responsibility is to remain steadfast, to keep your eyes on God, to refuse to allow fear or impatience to overshadow your faith. The breakthroughs that are about to come will require a heart fully surrendered, a mind aligned with God's promises, and a spirit that recognizes the divine orchestration behind every event. Look back over the decades of your life and see how God has been working behind the scenes. Those seasons that felt like waiting rooms, those periods that seemed void of progress, were in fact preparing you for acceleration. Every hardship contained hidden lessons. Every rejection contained an unseen blessing. Every loss carried within it the seed of an exponential gain. God does not waste time. Every moment of preparation is purposeful. In 2026, all that preparation will converge in a miraculous shift that will redefine your life. The timing is sudden, yes, but it is not arbitrary. It is the perfect moment chosen by God, where divine timing and human readiness intersect. Expect divine encounters. Expect doors opening that you did not even knock on. Expect people appearing in your life who will catalyze your progress, speaking words, offering opportunities, and bringing connections that will accelerate your path. Expect financial, spiritual, and relational breakthroughs that will leave those around you in amazement. What has been held back by limitations, by human interference, or by seasons of uncertainty will now be liberated through God's supernatural power. This is a season of favor unlike anything you have experienced. Understand that the overnight shift will not always feel comfortable at first. Sudden change can be disorienting. You may need to recalibrate your mind, your routines, and your priorities. But do not resist it. This is the manifestation of God's promise. What took decades to build will now be revealed in its fullness. You will suddenly see the fruits of long-term labor and persistent faith. The shift will also reveal your perseverance. Those who have remained faithful through thick and thin will experience the fullness of the reward. Those who gave up too soon may witness the consequences of abandoning their divine path. The overnight shift will serve as a testament and confirmation of your commitment to God's plan. Prepare your heart for gratitude. The magnitude of what is about to unfold requires recognition of God's hand in every detail. Do not attribute your breakthroughs to luck, coincidence, or your own strength. Recognize that it is the supernatural intervention of God that is overturning years of struggle overnight. Give thanks in advance and approach this shift with humility. Gratitude will not only honor God, but will also align your spirit with continued favor. Your response to the suddenness of this change will determine how fully you can maximize the blessings that are being released. Finally, remain prayerful and watchful. God has confirmed this shift, but the enemy will attempt to create distractions, fear, and doubt to disrupt your awareness. Stand firm. Speak life over your situation. Declare the promises of God over every area of your life. Believe in the unseen, even as you witness the tangible manifestations. Maintain your focus on God and allow His presence to guide every decision, every step, and every word. The shift of 2026 is not just about changing circumstances, it is about positioning you to walk in your destiny, in alignment with your divine purpose, and in full revelation of God's glory. Your breakthrough is not coming slowly. It is coming suddenly. What took decades will shift overnight. What seemed impossible is now inevitable. What was delayed is now delivered. God Himself has confirmed this in 2026. Your faith, perseverance, and obedience are about to be rewarded in ways that will astonish you and everyone around you. Get ready, chosen one, for the sudden, miraculous, and unstoppable shift that God has prepared for your life. Chosen one, the time of preparation is now over. The season you have endured, the patience you have practiced, and the faith you have held on to are all converging into a divine release that will be visible, undeniable, and life-altering. God is orchestrating circumstances in your favor, and 2026 will be remembered as the year when decades of waiting were overturned in a single, powerful moment. This is a moment where the invisible hand of heaven will touch your reality, transforming your situation in ways you never imagined possible. What has been delayed, hindered, or suppressed will suddenly emerge into the light. You must prepare to receive it with open arms, unwavering faith, and a heart fully surrendered to God. For too long, you may have felt as if life was stagnant, as if your efforts were futile, and as if doors continued to close no matter how hard you knocked. You may have questioned why some people seemed to accelerate while your own journey felt slow and burdensome. But God's ways are higher than ours, and His timing is not measured by human expectation. The delays, the detours, and even the seasons of rejection were all part of a divine plan to perfect your timing, strengthen your character, and refine your spirit. Every obstacle you faced has prepared you to handle the suddenness of this shift. When decades of work suddenly manifest overnight, you will not be caught unprepared, you will be ready to step into the fullness of your destiny. Expect the unexpected in ways that will challenge your understanding of reality. What you thought was permanent will be overturned. What you assumed was lost will return with abundance. People, places, and opportunities will appear that seem to have been designed specifically for you. This is not coincidence. This is divine orchestration. God is aligning everything in your favor. The sudden shift is not just about achieving your desires, it is about positioning you to operate in your God-given purpose with greater authority, influence, and impact. The manifestation will be so swift and profound that it will leave no room for doubt about the power of God in your life. Do not be afraid of this sudden change. Often, God's greatest blessings come with a level of intensity that challenges our comfort zones. The overnight shift may bring responsibilities, relationships, or opportunities that feel overwhelming at first. But do not resist it, lean into it. Embrace it with faith and gratitude. God is not only providing the breakthrough, but also equipping you to walk in it effectively. Every moment of preparation you have endured will now serve as your foundation. The strength, wisdom, and discernment you have gained through trials will enable you to navigate this new season with clarity, confidence, and excellence. You must also understand the spiritual significance of this sudden shift. God is not only changing your circumstances, He is shifting your spiritual alignment, your authority, and your anointing. The breakthroughs you are about to experience are multidimensional. They are designed to elevate not only your life, but also the lives of those around you. Your testimony will serve as a beacon of hope to others who are still waiting. What took decades to develop in secrecy will now be revealed publicly, and your life will become a living example of God's faithfulness, timing, and power. Those who have mocked, doubted, or dismissed your efforts will now witness the undeniable hand of God at work. It is crucial to remain vigilant during this period. The enemy will attempt to sow confusion, fear, and distraction as the shift begins to take place. He knows that when decades of delay suddenly transform overnight, the impact can be tremendous, and he will do everything possible to derail your alignment with God's plan. Do not give room for fear or negativity. Protect your heart, guard your thoughts, and remain anchored in prayer. Speak life over your situation and declare God's promises over every area of your life. The shift is coming, but your spiritual readiness will determine how fully you can walk in it. Prepare for unexpected connections. People who were not previously in your life will appear as divine catalysts for this shift. Doors you never dreamed of opening will swing wide, and resources will come from places you least expected. This is a season where divine favor will intersect with human action to create rapid, undeniable results. Do not limit your vision to what you have known or experienced before. God is about to expand your horizon, and the sudden change will require you to think bigger, act bolder, and trust deeper than ever before. Expect reconciliation and restoration in relationships that were once broken or dormant. God often uses sudden shifts to realign lives in ways that promote unity, healing, and purpose. People who were once distant may now play pivotal roles in your journey. Friendships, partnerships, and alliances will suddenly strengthen. This is not just about your personal gain, but about positioning you in a network that supports, propels, and amplifies your destiny. Every connection that aligns with God's plan for you will now come into clarity, while those that are not aligned will fade naturally. Your financial and material breakthrough is also imminent. The years of scarcity, limitation, or struggle are about to be overturned. Resources will come in unexpected ways, investments will yield fruit, and your efforts will produce exponential results. This sudden shift will not only meet your needs, but also create opportunities for you to bless others. God's plan for your prosperity is holistic. It encompasses provision, influence, and the ability to make a meaningful impact. The overnight manifestation of wealth, resources, and opportunities is a reflection of God's abundant provision, and it will require you to steward it wisely with integrity, gratitude, and responsibility. Spiritually, you will feel an awakening like never before. The sudden shift is not only external, it will resonate deep within your soul. God is preparing you to step into a level of spiritual maturity, insight, and authority that you have not yet experienced. Your faith will deepen, your discernment will sharpen, and your understanding of God's timing will be illuminated. This is a season where revelation meets manifestation. Your prayers, patience, and persistent belief will now yield results that are visible to all and transformative in every aspect of your life. Do not delay in responding to God's instructions. Sudden shifts require immediate obedience. Opportunities, encounters, and divine assignments will come with a sense of urgency. Hesitation may cost you momentum. Trust your instincts, align with God's guidance, and take bold steps of faith. This is a time when decisive action, combined with divine direction, will accelerate your progress. Your preparedness, faithfulness, and courage will determine the speed and magnitude of the shift. The impact of this overnight shift will extend beyond you. Your family, community, and sphere of influence will witness the manifestation of God's power through your life. Generational blessings are being unlocked. Doors that were closed for decades in your lineage, finances, relationships, and opportunities are now poised to open. What God is doing in your life will ripple outward, bringing transformation to those connected to you. You are not only stepping into personal victory, but into a season of multiplying blessings for others. Finally, rejoice and embrace the fullness of what is coming. What took decades will shift overnight because God has declared it. The delay was never a denial, it was preparation. The obstacles were never a punishment, they were lessons. The waiting was never wasted, it was a foundation for acceleration. Your faith, endurance, and obedience are about to be rewarded with sudden, supernatural, and unstoppable momentum. God's confirmation is clear. 2026 is the year of miraculous breakthroughs, sudden reversals, and divine acceleration. Your life is about to enter a new dimension of purpose, provision, and prosperity. Walk into this shift with confidence. Stand firm in the promises you have held on to. Speak life over your journey. Align your heart, mind, and spirit with God's plan. Trust that what has been decades in the making is now arriving overnight. The manifestation is near, powerful, and undeniable. Be ready to receive, be ready to act, and be ready to honor God for what He is doing. This is your moment, chosen one. The overnight shift is here. Step into it boldly, knowing that God Himself has confirmed it and that your life will never be the same again.